Okay, so this is how you put the gantry piece into place. Is take your sleeve bearing and it just slides into place in the top of the pivot base plate, like so. So next you take your thrust bearing, you're going to slide it all the way up to the top of your extra long Allen key. You slide the Allen key down into the pivot base plate assembly such that the Allen key is sitting in the center of the motor shaft. And then you can drop your thrust bearing all the way down and make sure it's sitting all the way at the bottom around the motor shaft. Next, you take your motor coupler and you can just slide it up to the very top of your extra long Allen key. And then you drop the Allen key down into the pivot base plate assembly such that the tip of the Allen key lines up with the center of the motor, like that. Then you want to line up the keyway in your coupler with the keyway in the motor as best you can. And you can just drop the coupler down. Now once it's down there, you may have to fiddle around with it a little bit. If you drop it, that's okay. It's magnetized, so you can just pull it up carefully with the Allen key. Shit. Pull it up carefully with the Allen key and try again. And when you have it lined up, the coupler just drops into place over the keyway in the motor. So that's in place. Take your gantry piece. Try to get the hexagonal shape in the gantry piece lined up with the hexagonal shape in the coupler just as best you can. And flip the gantry over. Slide the gantry down. You may have to rotate it and kind of jiggle it a little bit. And then it just locks into place in the coupler. And when you hear that click as it snaps down over the coupler, that's how you know it's in place. And if you want to be sure, the gantry shouldn't really move much if you try to push it. If you push it and it rotates a fair amount, then you know it's not in place, and it's easy to just pull up the gantry and try again.